All right, so we're back for our Adelaide Metcalfe Council meeting, our budget meeting for February 10th, 2021, and we just ended our closed session at 8:57, and we just have one item for the Rise and Report, and I'll ask Jen if you could read that motion.
Yeah, it's resolved that staff proceed as directed as discussed in closed session.
Okay, give a mover and seconder for that. Okay, moved by Deputy Hendricks, seconded by Councillor Brody. All those in favor? And that's carried. Alrighty, so with everything that we've kind of went over tonight for our budget, there hasn't been really anything changed at all during the open budget discussion. I think there's just a couple items that need to be updated from our closed session discussions, which is why we had that motion there to proceed as directed. But overall, Morgan, maybe you want to throw up that budget summary sheet to kind of go over again what we would be looking, how we get to that number of 0%, and if that's what we're looking at for the tax rate itself. Because I think that's probably ideally what we're looking at, but.
Okay, just give me 1 sec here. I'll bring up the summary page.
Sorry, I didn't let you know. There we go. So right now, without any of the changes that that we're proposing there, so you're looking at a 1.84% increase on the overall budget, but it would be a tax rate decrease of 1.3%. Is that correct, Morgan?
Yes, at this time, given the direction that we received through the closed meeting, the municipal tax rate increase will be a 0% increase.
Okay. Excellent. So is there any further discussion on this from members of council at all? Councillor Clark.
Yeah, but this doesn't include your December numbers, does it, when you're comparing your, like when we've decided what that budget amount is based on the 2020 actual, correct? But it shouldn't be that much different, do you think?
That increase, that's over the 2020 budget, not over the 2020 actuals that are not year-to-date actuals.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. And so going forward, so our timeline, Morgan, if you can probably stop sharing your screen there. Our timeline is to have it so then it's presented as the final budget at the March 15th meeting for council's consideration for approval.
Yeah, so what we'll do is, given a couple of things that we have to change in the budget, it'll be a 0%. I'll create another variance report just to identify how we got to a 0% budget increase.
Okay.
It'll be prepared for the March 15th council meeting.
Okay. And then Jen, you'll be doing all the notices, so then the public will know when we're having that meeting. And when will that budget document, when are we thinking, when will it be public for the public to see, just in case they have any comments they'd like to make at that March 15th meeting? Because I believe that's a public process.
Yep, so Mayor Smith, that'll be available to the public like when the agenda gets posted, but the tax rate bylaw will also be there too, so they'll be able to see what the different classes of the tax rates are going to be. And notice will go out, it's between 5 and 30 days, but I'd like to give more than just 5 days notice, since we know that March 15th is going to be the date that we're going to approve the budget based on tonight's discussions.
And since it is a public meeting, there'll be a portion of the council meeting that the public is able to voice any comments.
Yes, through you, Mayor Smith, we can set it up as a webinar. And if you as chair is comfortable, you can have a section where, just like we do with drainage meetings and the planning meetings electronically, you have a 5-minute recess, and if anyone registers, then we can bring them in with their questions, or if they can register us through our procedural bylaw, which will be the Monday before the council meeting.
Perfect.
And that can be put in the notice that goes out.
Perfect. And I think that's what we've done in the past, is that the day that we have the public meeting for the passing of the budget, we've have an opportunity for the public to make any comments. So we may as well continue that process. Okay, so do we need to have a motion then to direct Morgan or Jen to have that done for the direction of 0% to the budget and bringing it to the 15th?
Yep.
I'm sure you'll word it much better in the minutes. Councillor Clark, Councillor Brody. Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor? And that's carried. And with that, I just, we'll be talking about the budget again on the 15th, but overall, this has been a very successful process, I think, for this year, considering we're doing it all virtual, and I'm having some new faces in some different roles that they're acting in. So just want to thank Jen and Morgan and Coulter and the fire chief and Shannon for everything they've done, and whoever else behind the scenes. I'm sure Jessica Buttrey, as well as the financial assistant, she's done a lot of work on this too, and our admin staff. So thank you for all that. And I'll have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 9:04. And that's Deputy Mayor Hendricks and seconded by Councillor Brody. All those in favor? And that's carried. And the next time we'll see everybody is on Tuesday, because this coming Monday